I'm telling you, folks, I can't quite tell what's happening here, but it almost feels like, well, it's interesting that there might be some huge shift going on, and I want to see it so much that I keep telling myself, well, you got to be cautious. You're always sloppy about stuff like this because you run on emotion half the time. But something's happening where there's a whole bunch of people who are now rushing forward and deeming this to be an inept 4 years. And I guess it's like at a wedding. I often bring that reference up about there's got to be a first couple on the floor to dance, and it's got to be the right first couple. You don't want the overly energetic people who are jitterbugging, and you don't want the older people who remind you that wedding dances can be odd. You just need the right couple to get out there and loosen it all up. And you never know who they're going to be when you're standing in line to get your food. You don't know who the right couple is. But I don't know. Stacey Dash, who would have seen her playing a huge role in this? I think she has. Just a bunch of people defecting. Some people who are intellectually honest. Lara Logan yesterday. That's a deep, deep dagger that she puts in there. And this is a woman, I know now what card they're going to play on her. By the way, we're taking your phone calls, 866-509-7268. We've got a few minutes to talk here before we're joined by Chris Christie, the Gov of New Jersey. And Laura Logan's about to taste the lash on that side of it. They'll say she was, I don't know what terms they're using. Was she raped? I don't know. They'll say that she's not been the same since that. And that she now is translating her anger at that incident out in general about. But Lara Logan has said, in essence, if not in the exact words, that the Obama administration is lying about the danger of Al-Qaeda, and their insistence that there's some sort of Al-Qaeda moderate group is just craziness. That they do, in fact, live to croak the Jews first and us second. I'm not sure we're not coming up on their shoulder in Israel to take over as the greatest of the great Satans. So a lot of stuff's caving in right now, and maybe it could only cave in immediate proximity to this November 6th election. Steve Wynn wading in today. Jack Welch wading in today. There's a brilliant letter by the CEO of the... It's called the Westgate Resorts. I guess they participate in time-sharing and stuff like that. The man's name is David Siegel. I don't know him from Adam. But if you read that letter, I think we're going to put it up on our website. It's pretty interesting. A general letter he set out to all my valued employees. And just a matter of fact, talking about that if Obama is reelected and he just wanted to give them this information, he is doing the shrug. He said, I'll be on the beach in the Caribbean somewhere. I'm not going to fight up this stream anymore. I'm not going to be demonized by this cat as an evil 1%er. And he tells his employees matter-of-factly that when they go to vote, they can vote for who they want, obviously. He stipulates that, I guess, maybe for litigious purposes. And then also says, but I should tell you, if you vote for Obama and he wins, I'm out. Your job's gone. And the simple fact is, if you came in here tomorrow and I met you at the door and told you I wanted 50% of your money, you'd quit. He said, well, I will too. And it's that simple, and you should know that. You should be armed with that. In other words, he's saying, I think enough of you, and I like working, I like the company, but if it's no longer en vogue to strive, I'm out. And you have to know that when you go to put your vote together. There's a lot of stuff like that happening. I'm telling you, Ayn Rand should be exhumed and given the Nobel Prize for, is there one for economics? I don't even know anymore. But as I said, one of the great karma equalizers in the history of the planet, the Nobel Prize. You invent dynamite, and on your way out the door, you kick 40K in so you don't close your eyes for the last time and think you're going to hell. That's beautiful. But whatever the highest economic prize is, or the procrastinative prize, Ayn Rand is a freaking genius. If it wasn't as silly and agenda driven, she would be the AP today. I mean, her stuff reads like an AP story. And you saw what the AP did yesterday. They got O'Reilly pissed off. They shouldn't have done that. They showed that picture of the young girl with her eyes wide and her mouth, oh, and Romney was bending over. Two separate incidents. They sent the picture out, though, on the wires, and it looks like an unfortunate flap for the governor. Everybody knows it's not that. But they're playing their little games, and they're playing Big Bird commercials, and they have missed it. It's juvenilia, and they're in trouble, and there's a huge shift going on here. Press it. Kick the bums out. Send them home. Keep on the accelerator here. He has been a desultory, inept, and quite frankly, stratifying politician. He's been bad for this country, and it's time to send him on his way.